How's it going today, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It is not raining for once today, yay! But it still looks like it could rain at any minute. It's just kind of one of those dull, dreary looks. You'll see in a minute. We're waiting for Hef to show up. Megas is ready to go. 2 batteries charged. Ooh, I've got to pack that other battery still. Memory cards are in the pocket. I don't know that we're really good. I'm going to film. I don't know that I'm really going to film a whole heck of a lot for the vlog while we're out there. It's just kind of doing what I like to call hot laps, trying to get the fastest laps around a area where we set up cones. But if you continue watching into the vlog, going to meet somebody really awesome, really special, really cool. If it wasn't for this guy, I would not have probably got my French River trip last year, which helped me immensely, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I'm going to go meet up with him tonight, and we're discussing the departure date. And I think I already know what day I'm going, but it's going to happen. It is going to happen, so stay tuned. I want you guys to meet the famous Mr. Rodney Wellington. So, right now, just waiting for Hef, and then we're going to go have some fun for now. Kill the afternoon somehow. So, we're back out on our road here. Our little testing road. I've already had Megas overheat once. Like I said, I'm not really filming much for the car stuff today. I want to try and keep this vlog about something very important that I'm doing tonight. But I figured maybe I can at least show you guys a couple of hot laps, right? And we'd show you some of Hef doing hot laps, but he's having issues right now again.
Like normal.
Like normal. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Just break it.
Just so you guys know, 4x4 Stampede. This is 10th scale, correct? Yeah. It just looks smaller. Woo! Spun out. Oh no! Well, we're all back home now, and I'm showing you guys the wrong vehicle. Hang on. Okay, so we're back home now, and check this out. These are the tires that I was waiting on. They are very, very soft compound compared to them off-road. You can see I'm already starting to wear right through the tread. So, that means I'm going to have to get some more of these tires eventually. I have a feeling it has to do from the burnout session we did. The Gooby Gone breaks down that rubber, makes it soft as hell. But I mean, it also helps it heat up a little bit better, get a little better stick, a little better traction. Yes, this does look like it's sticking up a little too far. There you go. Does that look better? So, the reason I was showing you Project Red, because it wants to be run. It's too clean. It keeps telling me I gotta get messy. Let's get out and get in some mud. So perhaps after I go and meet Rodney here shortly, we'll come back and we'll put her through the mud. You guys see these? So I pulled the Nerf bars off the side to be able to run the Summit body. I had to make these up as like a splash guard for this little spot right here. But we'll put that to the test. We'll see how well it works. I'm going to start getting ready to go, and then be on our way to go meet Rodney. So real quick before I fly out the door, I wanted to show you guys this. This is my Patreon page. Patreon.com/randomandrew. And if you noticed, 0 out of $2,000. You have to set your goal to something. So I figured, well, $2,000 should be a good start. Now that does not mean I'm actually wanting to hit $2,000 a month. That I just don't think I could ask of the general public, even if they were willing to want to help and everything that way. You know, but if I had 2,000 subscribers and each subscriber was to donate, say, to pledge $1 a month, which is not much at all. I've seen people spend more on candy. Well, that example, but you know what I mean. So if I had the 2,000 subscribers and each donated that, think of the possibilities for giveaways, for contests, for meet and greets. Just there's a ton of things. Having that little bit of extra revenue will bring in. Now, when you watch, if you do happen to go and scope out my page, this video will not be up for long. I'm going to be refilming it completely, and I'm not sure if you can actually read this stuff, so I'll read it to you real quick. Looking to access some funds through crowdfunding so I can expand the capabilities of my YouTube channel, the Random Andrew channel. I hope to one day start doing regular giveaways, being able to travel to and tour different locations and events, and finding new ways of involving my audience. Pledging will help me be able to provide some awesome opportunities for my viewers and grow my channel to unthinkable heights. Now, I do have a lot of viewers who, even if they had the money, would not be able to just up and go and say tour Norway or tour Iceland because of physical disabilities, because of constraints keeping them from being able to travel, but they could vicariously explore with us through the channel. But it's not just locations. There's a ton of people I've met online who I feel it's a terrible crying shame that I haven't been able to go and meet these people and introduce them to the world. Because we all know, unless you're Beyonce wearing $200,000 dresses, nobody will ever get to know who you are. So I'd like to help kind of find a way to bridge that gap for people. And people will be able to get to meet some really, really amazing people through my channel. But I have to be able to come up with some funds to be able to do this. As for regular giveaways, I would love to be able to do at least a giveaway every week to every other week, being RC components, swag from the channel, or just other cool things that I think you guys might like to have the opportunity to win. So yeah, my Patreon page, check it out, patreon.com/randomandrew, and please consider pledging even if just $1. If everybody pledged $1, this could get us towards the first giveaway. But you know what? Nobody really has to pledge. Oh, by the way, that'll be a $1 pledge will mean you get one extra entry on top of already being a subscriber. So like there's extra things that I have to change and reorganize and do on this channel. But enough about Patreon. Let's go meet somebody very cool. So along the way as well, we're walking, about to pass an area that shouldn't be like this yet. I mean, they just finished construction, and yes, I know this is kind of a bit of a grumpy subject when you think about it and the way it sounds, but it's true. Why do humans just not know how to carry their garbage with them? Like, look. Okay, so it's not so bad, but look, it's already starting to fill up with trash. This would, by the way, be a really great little rock crawling spot to try, if it doesn't end up full of garbage first. But before they redid it, this whole entire ditch, there used to be a ditch here, and it would be full of McDonald's and Timmy's cups. These things, Timmy's cups, all through here. Now, it can't be that hard to just hang on to something and not trash the land you live on. But I think that's probably enough about grumpiness for now. We'll try and get away from the grumpies, right? But it does look good. This whole stretch looks really good the way they did it. We even have a sidewalk over there now. There should actually be a path going up to the skate park in that area from over here. Maybe development, future development, right? Fingers crossed. Not enough time to cross. You ever notice that when that hand switches, you're never fully across the street? And we're early still, so I'm going to stop in here and show you guys something and find a garbage can for this instead of doing what everybody else does. I don't let her. I don't want my children to have to come along and clean that up 20 years from now. Look, see? It's everywhere. This here, I think I showed this once before, but for new subscribers who haven't seen it, this sundial, this whole little parquet, do a 360, this whole little parquet was donated by Canron, which used to be a huge iron smelting facility from that corner all the way down past the Freshco down there. So they put in this sundial. And the community park is named in honor of Canron Incorporated, 1904 to 1988. Appreciation for their donation towards the development of this park and the valued place in the history of St. Thomas. And then they go through, I'm not going to read, I'm sorry guys, I'm not going to read through all that for you, but Canron founder originally produced cast iron wheels for the railway industry and streetcars. And you can also see manhole covers and stuff that say can run right on them still. And I did check this with a compass. It's not accurate anymore. I mean, at certain points in the day it is, but it doesn't stay accurate throughout the course of 24 hours. I guess we've tilted a little since then. But yeah, beautiful park. Oh, and I just seen something else I should tell you guys about if you're in the St. Thomas area. Last weekend in May, Strawberry Fields Kite Festival, John Wise and Sunset. It's on the corner. Hang on. We'll throw this out seeing so other people don't know how. It's on the corner of where the old psychiatric hospital used to be, just south of St. Thomas. So as you're heading towards Port Stanley, go check that out. I took Artemis there a few years ago. Artemis, if you're watching this, you might remember. But we saw some amazing kites. Kites I didn't even know existed at that point. So it was pretty cool. Well, he's still driving the same car, which means it's doing better than it was last summer. We had an adventure last summer, and he still has his dreads. See how long until he realizes we're standing out here. How's it going, brother?
Good, man.
Long time no see.
Yeah, that's been a while.
Vlog, meet Rodney. This guy is a true adventurer. How's it going? Glad to see you still have them.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. And good to see that you're still doing videos.
Yeah, we are now 284 days in without missing a day.
That's awesome, man.
And I've told them, they already know, that when I go do my French River trip, there's going to be like a week without videos, but I'm going to be doing every video day by day when I get back. So the missing vlogs, right? But we're going to catch up, and we'll bring you guys back into the conversation a little bit. Mr. Rodney Wellington, author, smiler, adventurer, explorer, and if I sat here and told you everything else he's done, you'll be watching this video till tomorrow morning. 2 of his books, right now, you can find them in... This camera picks it up as well. I heard it coming. It's
You
nice.
can find one in that car. Right there. They're reading it as they go.
So his 2 big sellers, Part-Time Superheroes, Full-Time Friends, and River Angels. Very good reads. I could not put them down when I did, and I want to reread River Angels because it was a very distracted point in my life when I was trying to read through it. And when I read through a book, I like to try and be able to remember it so I don't keep having to go back and back. But to start you off, what would be a good question to pose on you here? Of all the adventures you've had, which has been the most memorable?
Oh, the most memorable. Well, I think writing the first book has been memorable for sure. It was written over the course of 14 years, so basically it was an act of patience, a lot of patience. I wrote when I could, I worked when I could. When I had downtime, I put it into the book. I think there were six drafts of that book, so
a lot of preparation.
A lot, definitely, and the whole illustration thing. There's 27 illustrations in that book.
Oh my God, you gotta see the artwork in Part-Time Superhero, Full-Time Friends. The cover looks like an old graphic novel, like an Edgar Rice Burroughs book.
Yeah, kudos to Jeremy Brunel out of London for doing that as well. All the illustration in the book, some great stuff. So the whole process of the whole creative process there took a long time, but when it was finally finished and I could sell the book and I could make money on the book, that was really special to give my art to people and to be compensated for it. It was really special.
Now the other thing I want to throw in here, having read Part-Time Superhero, Full-Time Friends, and that was actually my first of Rodney's books that I read, I couldn't put it down. It was like actually being there on the adventure with him and with Scott.
Yeah, Scott loves that book, and Scott's ego loves that book too. There's a lot about him, a lot about my good friend Scott McFarlane, who I grew up with.
And it's a really good demonstration of how 2 friends can actually be on a thread, but yet be still those 2 best friends and still have that connection.
Definitely, yeah. Ultimately, it's a tribute to our friendship.
Yeah.
And I think that everybody has special friends in their lives that they could probably write a book about as well. So
now I don't want to say too much because we don't want to give them away the whole point of it. But I want to encourage you guys to check the book out. I mean, I'm not a huge reader, but like I said, I could not put it down. If everybody wants to find it, where would they look?
Yep. I own a publishing company called Crow Books, which is based out of Chatham, Ontario, not too far from here. And crowbooks.ca. I sell my books through there, mail order. The books are signed as well.
I'll have to flash a logo up right here.
Yeah, and also electronic versions of books, of my books are available through Crowbooks.
So you did get the ebooks done.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So like you don't even have to sit and wait for a physical book, although I'm telling you, you want the hard copy of the book. You want the book. An ebook will do you justice. You'll get the story, but it's missing that...
I like the tactile feel, the tactile.
We cannot let the digital age replace,
ship anywhere in the world. So
that's awesome. Now, any new projects that you want to let them know that you're working on?
Yeah, working on a book right now. It's been about 6 months in, 50,000 words into the manuscript. It's looking like probably about a 65,000 word manuscript this time. So it's going to be an examination of post-expedition blues, basically looking at mental health issues, how they affect adventurers, and it's a very introspective book. So
that's where I think I'm backwards. Well, you mentioned the mental health aspect. Okay, when I am sitting in town too long, when I'm getting too tired of society, it really does affect my mental health. And when I get out there and I hit the bush and I hit the river, all that disappears. But when I come back, you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah. Cities. That's what I got to say right there. I don't know if he's going to edit that out or not.
I have a nice awooga sound effect for swear words.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
How about forget cities?
Forget cities. Cities have their place. I lived in Vancouver, British Columbia for 20 years. I think I've reached my saturation point on cities, and just really.
And he does get into that Vancouver experience in one of the books too.
Definitely.
Hint, hint.
I like that part of my life. I hated that part of my life. It's a strong word, hate, but I mean, it was a love-hate relationship with that city. And now I like my brother here. I find peace in nature. Nature doesn't judge me, and that's a good thing.
You never know where you'll find peace.
Yeah.
The last place you'll look sometimes. All right. Well, I do want to get more and more time with Rodney on camera here. But I think over the next while, you should be coming down for more coffee runs.
Yep.
And we'll do more interviews with you, discussing some of the actual adventures you've been on. I think they'd love to hear some first-hand details of what it was like to do the Missouri, Mississippi.
Yeah, man.
How many times now?
Only needed to do it once.
Oh, okay. No, it's not that you did it again. It's that you've been back down.
I've been back there as well. Paddled on parts of it for sure. So, but 2012 into the winter of 2013, 3,800 miles, 6,100 kilometers altogether.
That's a long way. I bet most of you haven't even walked that far within the last 10 years of your life.
It's a long kayaking expedition for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's as long as you can. It's the longest waterway in North America, basically. So, source to sea.
Right on.
Yep.
Let's check it out. Crowbooks.ca.
Yep.
Mr. Rod Wellington, adventure extraordinaire. Very cool getting to sit down with Mr. Rod Wellington again. It's been way too long. Had to have been close to a year? Close to a year. Very inspiring guy. Very awesome. And again, one last plug for his books. And no, this is not a paid endorsement. He's a cool guy. He's a great writer. Very inspirational. Part-time superheroes, full-time friends. Check out that awesome, amazing cover art. Love it. And River Angels. You see the symbol in the water? You may have seen that. I have a gray shirt, a River Angels shirt with that. Very, very awesome. Great books. And on that subject of travel and adventure, guess what? The date has been set. I will be departing in just over a week for my French River trip. Which means I've got some preparation to do. You guys will be coming along for the prep work. I'll show you some of the things I'm going to be taking along with me for subsistence and food. Very awesome. Keep in mind, there's going to be like a week with no uploads. okay. I might, that would mean I'd also have to train somebody in the next week to do my uploads and help me do the vlog while I'm away, but then it's not really my vlog. So, you know, I'm sure it won't kill you guys to go without me for a week, and technically I won't be missing a day because as I'm out on the water and as I'm out in the bush, I will be vlogging each and every day, and when I get back, those will be posted for the missing days. So technically not missing a day. I think we can let that one slide. It's for my sanity. So, yeah. Before the vlog gets too much longer, though, before it's much later, it's midnight now. I just actually got done, after I got back from meeting with Rodney, I sat and finished that one trailing video. I'm not entirely happy with the way it turned out, but I'm not entirely displeased, so it will be shared. Stay tuned for that. But today is done. The day is over. So think positive. Keep a smile on your face. Hasn't been an easy day for me to smile, but things got better. You know what I mean? You just got to think positive. Stay smiling. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Vlog over.